Hi, my name is William Byron. You're watching The American Athlete. Pole positions are great, but wins are a lot better. I'm William Byron, driver of the number 24 Exalta Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. I grew up in Charlotte, and I just started to watch races when I was 5 years old. Went to a handful of races every year from 5 to really 13 years old, and then got started in something called iRacing, which is simulation online that you can race against real competitors. And I did that for a couple of years, and then started to drive a race car for the first time when I was 14. You know, was always a race fan, and then eventually kind of grew to something else. The first go-kart race I actually did, I was 13. It was supposed to be like a driving school basically, and I was trying to learn how to drive in general, and I was making a race out of it, and I spun somebody out during the practice lap, so they had to pull me in, kind of slap me on the wrist and tell me I couldn't do that.
From go-karts to the Cup Series, Byron has had to earn his stripes while ascending the ranks of auto racing.
I think really just trying to learn the different competitive fields I've been in, whether it's been the NASCAR Cup Series or Xfinity, which is the lower series. They've all been different for me, so just trying to learn different people and different teams. And I feel fortunate now. I've been with Hendrick Motorsports for 3 years now, so I'm excited about the consistency there and kind of be able to work in the same business environment, but be able to go to the racetrack and not have to worry about new things. It is a grind. I think it all starts with really the way that you start the off season. I think that December and January are really the only months that we have to recover and rest our bodies. A crew chief might believe in one philosophy and the driver might believe in another. There's definitely times that you have to stand your ground and say, hey, this is how it needs to be. And then there's other races that he can help you more than you can help him in terms of speed of the car and just being competitive. And I think that where you come together on those things is difficult sometimes. There's certain racetracks that we go to that handling really matters. There's certain racetracks that speed really matters. So figuring out what places those are and figuring out what you can control as a driver to help that is critical.
Byron remains focused on finishing races strong, so he made sure to get some advice from one of the best to ever do it, his teammate, Jimmie Johnson.
It's great. Obviously, Jimmy's won a ton of races at the Cup level and 7 championships. So I think that, for me, as a teammate of his, it's just about sharing information and trying to be as detailed as possible for us to both do well. So I feel like Jimmy is one of the best at that. He's very detailed and tries to give as much feedback or information that's making him successful as possible.
William Byron wins at Iowa.
The fans are the lifeblood of our sport. They make what we do special, and it's all about how you manage it. And I'm very appreciative of the fans that we have with the 24 car.
Along with the fans and all the expectations, William knows it's important to keep things in perspective during the long season.
I think just staying kind of balanced in my life and managing my time and people and relationships around me, I think is important, because I feel like it's gotten off to a really good start this year. Just trying to stay focused on what the task is for me on the racing side. It's tough, 38 weekends a year, but I'm excited for what we can do. We finished 11th in points, so that was a good season for us, making the playoffs in the top 16, but if we can make it into the top 8 this year, I think would be a great goal, and we just have to continue to improve what we did last year.